They are all in on it. That is what we learned over the course of the last several days when we're thinking about the TikTok ban. Every single member of government is in on it. What did we learn since November? What we learned is that every member of the billionaire and millionaire class is rushing to bend the knee. And that includes every elected member of Congress, whether it's Democrat or Republican. They've demonstrated that they do not have the will to fight, and they do not have the will or the courage to stand up. And now, what did we just notice with the ban of TikTok? Everybody laid down on orders, whether you're talking about the Supreme Court, the House of Representatives, the Senate, all of them laid over. And what did Joe Biden do? He did nothing. He laid over too. And he stuck to his norms and went through what the typical norms are to facilitate a peaceful transfer of power. He relegated himself to the role of Hindenburg, and we know how that turned out. So what are we looking at now? What we are looking at now is the rising tide of fascism. We are one day away. At the time of this recording, we are on the eve of the inauguration of the rise of the Fourth Reich. Let's not be shy about what this signals. We've seen a rightward authoritarian tilt all across the globe, and it is now on our shores. And we had the opportunity to nip this in the bud, but yet in yet another failure of the Biden administration, and this might be his signature failure, after Donald Trump tried to overthrow the government, the Biden administration failed in its singular duty to prosecute and jail the leader of that attempted coup. And that is what brought us to today. January 6th, make no mistake about it, was Donald Trump's beer hall push. That failed, and it should have crushed him. But because of the cowardice of the Republican Party and the cowardice of the Democrats to understand the rules of the game, we are here today facing what we are facing. What we are looking at is the hostile takeover of America. And what we're looking at is the hostile takeover of America by a bunch of fragile narcissists. These are all billionaires and millionaires who were picked on losers in high school that never amounted to anything, and now they're lashing out because they have money. Look at how they behave on camera. Look at how they behave on social media. These are thin-skinned, soft, pampered elitists. So the question becomes, what do we do about it? The answer to that question is pretty simple. For all of us, we need to recognize one thing. There's 90% of us against the 10% that's in charge, and it's us versus them. There is no more left or right. It is the 90% versus the 10%, and really versus the 1% that are pulling the strings. When you watch the inauguration, look at the billionaires that are sitting behind and around Donald Trump. These are the people who are pulling the strings. And these are the people who are looking forward to grinding the 90% into dust. Make no mistake about it, their mission is to eliminate every single social safety net that exists so that they can get more and they can keep us fighting for scraps. That is their goal. Their goal, their future, they're banking on a techno-feudalist state with the tech bros in charge and the rest of us at each other's throats. And the question becomes, are we going to stand for it? The time for the left and right arguments is over. We are all left in exile, and the fight starts now.